Let's talk about the good things, because they're often forgot. When things go wrong, it seems hard to remember that this doesn't happen a lot. When you live your life through what the media tells you, you'd think the world has gone mad. But in all actuality, it really isn't that bad. Okay, I'm gonna stop with the rhyming as that just isn't working. News sources have one job. Well, they should have one job when they aren't doubling as a source of gossip celebrity news. To tell us when things aren't normal. As in my eyes, that's what news is. When things aren't going the way they should be. So, when a woman gives birth and it comes out completely fine, that's not news. But when a woman gives birth and it comes out as a squid or a goat or a sheep, that's news. This way in which news works gives us a very distorted view on the world. News only tells us when things aren't going normally, and while yes, not going normally can sometimes be a good thing, on the whole, it's usually a bad thing. News is our view into what's happening in the world. I'm not just talking about the papers or the news channel. Tweets, YouTube, what you overhear on the train. These are all ways we construct our views on the outer world around us, and they tend to be bad. We only hear about planes when they're falling out the sky. We only hear about religion when it's being used as a means to harm. We only hear about celebrities when they die. And yes, of course, these are bad things, and we shouldn't forget about them. But we need to remember that these are just minute exceptions of normality. Let's talk about all the people who aren't murdered, all the Muslims who aren't radical, all the foreigners that don't scrounge. Let's talk about all the planes that haven't crashed, all the roller coasters that haven't crashed, all the stock markets that haven't crashed. Let's talk about the fact that Jeff Goldblum is still alive, as are millions of others. Normality may not be as glamorous, may not be as fun to talk about, but we should talk about it and not let exceptions ruin our world, for that's just what they are, exceptions. I apologise because I'm going to start rhyming again. Let's talk about the good things, because they're just as true. Let's talk about the good things, because someone has to.